What is going on, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in back to the channel. Today, if you couldn't tell by the thumbnail, we are working on the Miata again. Finally, it's been quite a while since we actually made a video on this car, and I'm really happy to actually have it back on the channel. Technically, it never really left, but we haven't been touching it for quite a long time now. Now, because it's summertime, that means it's show season, so there are a few things on the Miata that need to be addressed. Starting on the interior, we're going to be modifying our LRB door cards, and I'm going to show you what they look like right now. We got the tarp up today because it is 100 degrees right now, just sweltering out here. But a lot of people don't know, but these were actually purchased for my birthday. My mom got them for me, funny enough. LRB door cards, full aluminum sheet, super nice, but after time, as you can tell, it does have like this weird pattern effect that's almost like a rust in a sense. It's not technically rust, but it's like a deterioration basically. Actually, I'll just show you the passenger side right now. Over here, we did want to wrap this in like this, it's like a faux leather basically. And for the first day, it did look really good, but we never installed the window handle cranks, and we ended up using pliers, and the pliers would round this out. And like little things here, like this is just, it's not good product. This was like cheap $10 leather. So my idea for the project for today is to strip these doors back down to the aluminum and to respray them in my favorite can of spray paint, the Wrinkle Black. I think it's gonna make the car look a little bit cleaner, actually a lot of bit cleaner. It'll basically tie the rest of the interior all together. So we're gonna take them off and let's get started.
What are you doing?
Opening up a claw. It's claw season, baby. Let's see how much I can drink in one sip. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Let's start on the shitty side. I just realized that nothing's like put together on this door, so it's just a couple Allen heads. Super simple. Oh, look at your
Oh, my sound deadening.
Yeah, looks
we
good. Forgot about this, but we did sound deaden the door. If you guys want to actually do like full sound deadening for the car, which is what we did, that's all that material on the door here. I'll leave a link above for you guys to go check that video out. Or I guess if you don't know how to take the door off, that's a perfect video to look at. So, Wrinkle Plus, VHC, temperature, high heat. This is my favorite stuff to use. It's wrinkled though, so you have to apply some heat to it for you get temperatures outside, so it might do it on its own. Who knows? Let's go hang this up and paint it though. Follow me. So this is our paint booth right by the street. Lots of dust and everything. No, this should be okay. I think this will be just fine, right? Nothing left but to do it. The really nice thing about the wrinkle texture paint is if you have marring or anything like that, most of it is gonna get covered up by the paint itself. So we don't really have to do any prep. Now, if you really cared about it, you could just wipe this down and clean it, but I know we do a lot of things right on this channel, but it's too hot to be doing things right today. This will be good enough. That's all we're going for, is just a good enough. Because we're probably gonna end up changing these out anyways with like an OEM set or something. So watch me spray. All right, Alina and I are actually arguing right now. We don't normally do this, but she says that we're just supposed to go for it. Oh, she's angry. Now she doesn't want to be on the camera. She's trying to prove me wrong right now. She's reading the can to see if it actually says light coats or not. What does it say on the can, Alina? We can get her reaction on camera once she sees it says, start out with light coats. We're putting this in.
3 heavy coats. Bitch, read.
Okay, fuck you. Running out of time right now. You have to do this while it's still kind of damp. So just grab the heat gun. We're just heating it up till it comes out. The wrinkles, I mean. The wrinkles are gonna come out. All right, guys, so we finally finished these up. We waited about 2 days for the paint to dry on this, and look at that. Look how wrinkly, and the texture is just absolutely perfect. and the coverage is completely even all over the place. We had a lot of issues with this door panel the first time because it would splotch up and make this weird effect. So where one side was super wrinkled and the other was smooth, and it just wasn't working. We found out the best way to do this is to just entirely coat the full thing and then heat it up. Yeah, you have to move fast because this paint does dry very quickly. I'm really happy the way it came out. Unfortunately, it took us about 2.5 cans to really get it down, but once we finally figured out the trick to it, it went very smooth. With this, you have to be very careful about how much you spray, make sure not to get any runs, and make sure you're doing it heavy enough, because if it's not, it won't wrinkle up as much as you want it to, like the rest of the panel. What did we spend? $60 in paint. Still cheaper than a powder coater, so let's throw these on real quick and see what they look like in the car.
That looks so good.
That looks super clean. We got all of our hardware and interior pieces so we can put this door back together. All right guys, so we finally got this thing looking great now. I'm stoked on the way it turned out, because the process to actually get this to lay completely even with the paint was very tricky and very time consuming. But now that it's all done, I can happily say that we have matching door cards now for the Miata. It has been way too long since this has been looking like a mismatch kind of. It's funny when we pull up to meets, people are like, oh yeah, this is clean, and then they like look at the inside of the car and they're like, ah, cool center console. And it's nice because it retains like that OEM kind of look to it. It's not too crazy or kind of in your face. This car is just supposed to be super clean and super simple, and that's what this door card did. This is exactly what we were looking for, and that just about wraps up today's video. If you guys liked it, leave a like. It really helps out the channel a ton. If you guys want to follow the build, or even if you have any questions, you could always hit us up on Instagram and TikTok at 86goals. We have new uploads every Monday, so be sure to hit that subscribe button. We'll see you next week. Take it easy.